got that old Xbox?
Yeah, but the actual console in the box right there, it don't work.
It don't work.
You'd have to. It redline it. It was left outside.
Yeah. And there we are. Looks like that's them. Blue van. I don't know how much filming of the interaction I'll do, but I will let you guys know once I get back how it goes. All right. So deal successful. I don't know if you can see them, but that's them there. That first car right there. That's them. I got the $35. Let me show you the cold hard cash. I actually just went and got my pup beef stick because, he can't go without his beef sticks. But yeah, there we go. There's our first $35 in the account, in our pockets. So now it's on to finding something bigger and better to flip. We'll see you when I find them. All right, so now we're on the way to my buddy's house, the one that I mentioned had a old Xbox sitting in his garage. We're gonna get over to his house. I'm not sure much of the negotiation I'm gonna get on film, but I'm gonna see what he's gonna want for that and see if we can't score that for 35 or less that we got out of the impact guns. I'm not willing to pay 35 for the console. I know that, especially with how dirty it is. So probably gonna be definitely looking at what games are there, seeing if I can see anything valuable at the very moment, and going from there. All right, we are here. We just pulled up. I'm going to get out. I'm going to put the phone in my pocket. Like I said, I don't want to, I don't think he's the type to want to be filmed. So, let me see what's going on. You got that old Xbox?
Yeah, but the actual console in the box right there, it don't work.
It don't work.
You'd have to. It redline it. It was left outside.
Yeah.
I like the game and stuff to work. I mean, I could give you the console or whatever right now. I wouldn't even charge nothing for that.
What kind of games you got for it?
Whatever there is and what would still work. You still have to have a working console.
No, yeah, for sure.
And if I give you everything, I just give you everything for it. It definitely costs money to get it. They do still work on them. It's an American company. It's not quite Japanese like Sony. Really not. It might be all. It wouldn't be charged much. It'd be all like $20 like that.
Right.
I ain't gonna have use for it. Huge spider last year before it got cold. I mean, bigger than I've ever seen here in Michigan. I've never even really seen the end of a spider. I wouldn't know what your answer is. Like a spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Big. Yeah, there's even the Nintendo system in here too. Even.
No shit. What are you doing with all that?
Well, that would probably work. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, I have to fit you with, like, yeah.
Right.
Kind of cleaning the inside, but I don't know if the things in there, the console. I see the games, but I know I had it. Here's the one.
Yeah, I'd pick all this up from you, brother, if you wanted.
All right.
I'm interested in the games.
Yeah, no, this is gonna have it's pretty gross too. It have parts that might be salvageable out of it. It's basically used, especially.
Right.
I gotta find you another cord because you get the system will work. That is what goes past 3. That might be next gens. Yeah, reproduce. They do things.
Right. No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, guys. So I came here for a 360 bundle. And I'm going to be walking away with all these games, the 360, 2 PS3s, a ton of NES games. Mind you, they've all been sitting outside, it looks like. A lot's going to need cleaning, a lot's going to need resalvaged, but let's see what we can do. I think there's 3 PS3s. Yes, there's those 2 there. Like I said, mind you, they've been sitting outside, so they're going to need some cleaning or probably just used for parts. There's those 2 there. There's this PS3 over here. There's this old Xbox, again, good for parts. There's all these games we're gonna look through once we get the loot home. There's all these NES games that I didn't even know about. I'm pretty sure there's even some Sega I thought I seen in here. And he even said he's gonna give me a old PS4 that he couldn't get working once he bought it. So I believe this to be a score for $20, guys. And normally for this quantity of games, I would give more, but with them being outside, obviously the condition is it's just not great. You know what I mean? So we'll see here, but I'm already seeing a couple good hitters already. There's GTA 5, but it seemed to be stuck to ATV Quad Racing 4 or 2, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, got everything reboxed up for the most part. I even got a free clock to go with it because it's all tangled up in the Xbox power cords. But there we go. We'll unload once we get home and sort everything out. Alright, guys. I'm off. We secured it. That was a major deal for $20. I gotta run back to the house real quick. My family member has a headache, and I gotta run him some Tylenol real quick. And once I do that, we'll get back to the house. We'll unload everything and see what all we have. All right, guys. I'm on the way to. I just ran back to my house. Went and picked up the migraine meds, not Tylenol, migraine meds for my mom. She's at work. She's got a splitting headache right now. So I'm on my way. Say hi to my dog. I'm on my way to take her migraine medicine, and then once I'm done with that, we're gonna head back home and see what all there is. From what I can see, I mean, just at least in parts, there's a lot of good stuff there. A few different titles stuck out to me. Obviously, the common, iconic Super Mario Bros. Like I said, I went there for a Xbox 360 bundle that I knew he had sitting out. I didn't know he had the console. He told me the console had the Red Ring of Death, and he set it outside. So I'm like, you got the games and everything. He had the games sitting in the garage, and we went and got the games first. We sorted through all the games. We come back to get the 360 console, and he lifts up a tarp that's sitting outside covering these three boxes stacked together. And as you guys seen, there was NES, no console, but there's NES games. I think I found an Atari game. There's a ton of NES games, an Atari game, I believe, PlayStation 3, Xbox regular, Xbox 360, obviously. There's a lot there. Judging by the condition, I'm 50-50 on most of it. Obviously, the consoles that you guys seen, they're pretty much done. Maybe some salvageable parts there. The controllers, I don't think I'm going to mess with. They're just too far gone. We'll see, because they're PlayStation 3 and OEM, so we'll see if I can salvage anything from those. But the games are what I'm most excited about. I'm sure a lot of them, like the cartridge ones, are going to be no good from sitting outside, but with a grace of luck, I bet we're going to come out with a lot of good working games. Next time you guys see me, we're going to be going through games.